Hi guys, welcome to my channel. So I'm not quite sure where to start with this vlog. It wasn't how I was going to plan doing the vlog. I'm basically in a hotel room in Malé in the Maldives, and it's been, let's say, quite an eventful trip. So basically I went from Auckland to Sydney, Sydney to Singapore, Singapore to Malé, and I only just managed to get one of my connecting flights. Every single one of my flights was delayed. I'm quite a good traveller, really. I'm quite prepared, pretty organised, and I have things like air tags in my luggage, which, you know, I've used for some time, and they can be quite handy for all sorts of things. But in this instance, it's been really useful. So basically I arrived in the Maldives. It's about midnight at the moment, and I have no clothing because my luggage never made it. From what I can see on my AirTag, it's currently in Sydney, so only really managed 3-hour flight from Auckland to Sydney and didn't make Singapore, and definitely hasn't made the Maldives. Yeah, I was going to do this like travel day vlog, you know, getting to the Maldives, bit of fun, but it actually, to be honest with you, I'm kind of laughing about it because you just can't make it up. I so nearly missed one of my flights. They had to actually exit me out of my plane straight away so I could rush through security in Sydney and actually to the gate. And when I got there, they were like doing the final call, which was quite stressful. I'm quite a planner, quite organised. I'm someone that likes to go to the airport like 4 hours early than 4 minutes late. But because of the domino effect with the other flight that didn't leave Auckland till quite late, it impacted everything else. So that's fair enough. And I'm on a Singapore Airlines ticket, so they're responsible for sorting everything out basically. But it's just the fact that now it's midnight, I'm in my hotel room, and other than the merino wool, yes, that's a merino wool jumper and some linen trousers, and just like a spare change of underwear, which I usually carry in my hand luggage, and like a spare t-shirt, I have nothing else. And the Maldives, you don't need a merino wool jumper. I just get quite cold on flights, and yeah, I won't be needing that right now. But because I've got nothing to sleep in, I've got kind of nothing else really. The guys at the hotel that I'm staying at the moment, they were really good, and they've just brought me up a bed sheet so I can kind of like walk around in a bed sheet. But you may not know, but the Maldives is actually an Islamic, quite conservative country. And, you know, you cover your shoulders, you cover your knees. I'm going to be staying in local islands as well. So I'm not even sure if I can actually go clothes shopping and actually get anything from where I am at the moment. That could be interesting because I definitely can't go a week in the Maldives in a merino jumper and trousers. So it could be interesting. But at the moment, I don't know if you can see, but I'm in a bed sheet. I mean, this is just too funny. At the moment, I can see where where my bag is. I've reported it through the appropriate channels. I've emailed them saying, hey, look, what's going on? What's happening? You know, no reply from anyone at the moment. So if there's anyone in Singapore Airlines wants to message me, that would be good. But I have a feeling that by the time I leave the Maldives, I'm probably going to meet my luggage back in Auckland. So that could be quite frustrating. But I've spent my first night in the hotel washing my underwear, which is a bit TMI, but, you know, needs must because I'm kind of limited on what I've got right now. But I have got like my toothbrush, my medication, and like perfume and some kind of shower gel type thing. But in regards to clothing, not much. So tomorrow I might have to rejig my plan and actually try and find some places that are open maybe, and see if I can buy maybe some t-shirts or some shorts. I don't know if I can get bikinis here. I'm not sure what the kind of setup is, but we'll see. So this could be a slightly interesting, slightly different vlog than what I thought I was going to do for my first time in the Maldives. So I'll keep you updated in the morning. I do hope I hear back from Singapore Airlines as to when I'm getting the luggage. The problem is I'm in the Indian Ocean. I'm going to be hopping around different local islands, so I'm not staying in one place like all the time while I'm here. So that could be a problem trying to get the luggage to me. But again, it's a Singapore Airlines problem. It just makes it really inconvenient for me. So maybe some unplanned shopping, hopefully tomorrow. So we'll see how we go. So yeah, I'm in a hotel in Malé City for like 2 nights. So the night that I landed, which was like late at night, couldn't really see much of the Maldives because it was pitch black. And then tonight, and then I go on and meet a group of people, and we're going to Thinador, which I was then going to do vlogs as well. But I think at the moment my vlogs are going to be like, where can I buy contact lenses? Where can I buy underwear in the Maldives? Not quite the kind of thing that you kind of click on in YouTube, but the realities of the situation is that this does happen. People do lose their luggage. Hopefully I will get it while I'm in the Maldives and it doesn't get sent to me back to Auckland. I bought so many nice bikinis and, lovely things that I can kind of like relax in. First world problem. But no, the hotel here, staff are really good, trying to be as helpful as possible. Not that they can do a huge amount, but currently my, from what I can see in the AirTag, my bag is still in Sydney Airport. So it's still quite a way away, really. So I do need to kind of have a plan B. The funny thing was, I was going through duty free in Auckland, and I decided to treat myself and get some new perfume, which is good because the perfume I have packed is in said checked bag that I don't have. And after a nice shower, you want to smell nice, freshen up. And I did buy a Jo Malone. I got Blackberry and Bay this time. I'm a kind of this is not remotely sponsored. At any point in this video, this is not sponsored. And Singapore Airlines, I'm not a happy chappy, but I decided to get this. It's a little 30ml. And I'm really glad I did because at least I've got some perfume for the week that I'm only here for like kind of 5 or 6 days. And I've got some deodorant, which I did pack in my hand luggage. So most of the stuff I packed in my hand luggage on this trip was actually tech. So my microphone, my tripod, my drone. So it's all tech stuff and quite heavy. And even though I kind of packed a pair of denim shorts, 1 t-shirt and just a change of underwear, that's it. So I haven't got a change of shoes or anything like that. So I'm kind of glad that I treated myself and ended up getting some perfume. So at least, as I'm sweating in my jumper, I can smell lovely with my Jo Malone cologne. So this is what I got. And I've had one of these before. I do like Blackberry and Bay, and I like the 30ml. Again, they're good for hand luggage, but can't wait to spritz that. We'll see how these vlogs actually pan out. I had actually booked an afternoon tea while I was in Malé City, which I don't know if they're going to be okay with me coming in with shorts because my knees aren't covered. So I'm going to try and walk over there later and see if they're still okay for me to have high tea. But I'll link that in the card in the corner and the description bar below if I do actually manage to have the high tea. But I might look a little bit dishevelled. But I thought I'd kind of update you guys. This has just been an interesting start to the first time me coming to the Maldives. But I'm going to go out for a walk later. I'll try and take some footage because there was a few things I did want to check out. So Malé City is where you fly into the Maldives, and there's loads of islands. And I'm getting a speedboat. It's like an hour and a half speedboat tomorrow with a group of ladies that I'm doing this trip with. And I'll also link Sam, the TikToker that I'm actually going with, and she's a travel TikToker. And I actually heard about this and thought, I'll come along. So there's a group of like mixed women that we're either haven't been to the Maldives before or just want to do something different. And I think there's about 10 of us. So that'll be fun. I have warned them on the group WhatsApp chat, just to let you know. I know you've not met me, but I'm going to be the one that's the nudist walking around because I don't actually have any clothes. And my job today is to try and find some clothes, which they find quite amusing. But you've kind of got to laugh at it really, because typical of all the places I'm coming to, a gorgeous Indian Ocean, loads of beautiful islands, and not really accessible for kind of just going off and shopping. Like there's not malls everywhere, and certainly from what I can tell. But we'll work with what we've got. I can maybe cut up the merino jumper and make a top or something, needs must. But I'm hoping the bag does get to me. But I'm only here for like a week, and because it is so far away from where the bag currently is in Sydney, I couldn't really call it. I don't know whether they're going to get it to me in time. But yeah, so I think today I'll probably take you around. The weather looks gorgeous, but I'll take you around and show you kind of Marley City. I'll probably do it as a little kind of vlogs. I may as well make the most of the tech that I've got with me. But I thought I'd update you because this is kind of how, day one arriving in the Maldives is going. It's not boring, it's eventful, and we're just going to go with the adventure. And I am quite relieved that I've bought some perfume, so at least I'm going to smell nice. I may not look particularly fabulous, but that shower was lovely in the hotel this morning. Oh my God, amazing. And then we'll go for a walk. I'll show you a bit of the waterline at the kind of the beachfront. I'm kind of fairly near to the airport, which is why I picked it, because I got in so late last night. And then if I can, I will then film Thinidor, which if I can put on screen, I'll show you the island that I'm going to be going to next, which I think is about an hour and a half in a speedboat away. So, but it is quite small. But I'll keep you posted on the shenanigans and antics of me in the Maldives. And we'll go from there and just see how these vlogs are going to play out. I'm not going to plan them. It's going to just have a life of its own, this trip. So hopefully you can follow with me for the next week and let me know what you think. But if you guys are new to my channel and also wanted to subscribe and just see where my other shenanigans are going to go, this isn't this typical travel vlog videos that you would probably get a nice little glossy, this is all about the Maldives in the local islands. But keeping it real, this is how it is. And come along with the journey with me and see what happens. Will I or won't I get my luggage? That is the question. Okay, so that was a pretty crazy day. Hopefully tomorrow I get my luggage, but thanks so much for watching and I'll see you in the next one.